Hey guys, somebody asked me to make a video about a couple of quizzes that I gave in the algebra. They didn't understand a couple things, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the quiz live right in front of you. I've never looked at it before. All right, it says answer two questions about equations A and B, and then they've got us these two equations. How can we get equation B from equation A? Well, to get from equation A to equation B, we need to add 1 to both sides. So you add a 1 on this side, add a 1 on this side. So add or subtract a quantity to and from only one side? Nope. We want to add and subtract the same quantity from both sides. That's what we want. Based on the previous answers, are the equations equivalent? These two equations, since I added the same thing to both sides, they are the exact same equation. All right, next question. Give an exact answer. So I'm going to distribute this 10. And if I take 10 times 0.4, I get 4. If I take 10 times 0.5, I get 5. So now I have 4 plus 5g equals 4g. And then depending on how you want to do it at that point, I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 5g from on both sides. So then I'm going to get 4 equals negative 1g, and I'm going to divide by negative 1. So my exact answer, doing it really quickly in my head, is negative 4. And got that one right. Okay, I'm going to open up DOM Equation Editor to help you do this one, just so that you can see how to do it. Okay, so it's 2 plus 1.25 f equals 10 minus 2.25 f. 2.25 or 75? Okay, 75. 75 of f. Okay, I'm going to choose to add 2.75 f to both sides. Now there's other things I could have done. This was just my choice. And the reason I do that is because when I do, I get 2 plus. Now, this adds together to give me 4f. And then on the other side, these two add up to give me 0. Now, I'm going to add negative 2 to both sides. Line that up just to make it look neat. And I'm going to add negative 2 over here. And again, when I do that, I'm going to get 4f equals 8. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 4 and get f equals 2. So I go back and I say f is 2. I'm on a roll. All right, so here we go again. Let's see if I can really cheat to cut and paste this. Hey, what do you know? And I'm going to put some spaces in here just to make it a little easier to see. Okay, so I want to solve this equation. Well, on both sides, I have to use the distributive property. So over here, I have to distribute the 0.5. So when I take 0.5 times 5, I get 2.5. Then I'm going to have minus, and then 0.5 times 7 is 3.5x. And that's going to equal 8. And then here, there's an understood 1 right here. No one ever writes it, but there's a 1 right here. So I'm just distributing a negative 1. So I get negative 4x and then negative 6. Now on this side, I don't have any like terms. But over here, I have this 8 and this negative 6 that I can combine. So it's 2.5 minus 3.5x equals, and now I'm going to have that negative 4x, and then 8 plus negative 6 is positive 2. And so now, again, I got to choose to get rid of something. I'm going to choose to add 4x to both sides. I'm going to add 4x right here. I'm going to add 4x right here. And when I do that, I'm left with 2.5. Now, Negative 3.5 plus 4 is positive, so it's plus 0.5x. And then that's going to equal the negative 4x and the positive 4x out to 0, so all I'm left with is a 2. I'm then going to add negative 2.5 to both sides. Again, these add up to 0, so I'm left with 0.5x equals negative 0.5. And if you divide both sides by 0.5, you get x to be negative 1. So we'll go back here, we'll say, okay, that's got to be negative 1. Looky there, one more to go. Answer 2 questions about these equations. So we got our 2 equations. How can I get from equation B to equation A? So this time I'm going this way. And look what I've done. I've divided everything by 4. So I've divided, multiply or divide, on both sides of an equation. Are they equivalent? Well, since each one of these things, if I divide by 4, I do get these things. These are the same equation. So again, the answer is yes. Okay, so there you go. I did quiz 1. Hope that helps if you were confused. Ask questions if not.